In this quick video, we're going to take a look at the calendaring function, but not as we did in the in-depth where I kind of show you all the different things you can do with the calendar. But what we're going to look at here is how to set your calendar up. One nice thing about having this A6X2 device is that I don't already have all of my things integrated. So it makes it a lot nicer for me to be able to show how to take a new device and configure that in a different way. I know there's some debate, especially on Reddit and in other forums, about the utility of the calendar. And what I think is really interesting about the calendar and why I think it's so important is that it really works with your workflow and your work style or your personal style in any way you want to approach it. Primarily, you can use it as just a digital calendar to replace your paper calendar. You don't have to connect it to anything. You don't have to connect it to Google or to Outlook, and it just works. Your notes automatically tag to the correct date. You can create new events. You can add in information. All of that can be done right in the app without having any third-party integration. That's really a powerful way to use this as a planner, to be able to go through and maybe even use the calendar as your homepage of sorts. Because as you know, the Supernote doesn't really have a dedicated homepage. It has the file structure. But let's look real quick at how you go ahead and walk through and set up the calendar. It's really fairly easy. The best way to access the calendar is to use the sidebar. And now, of course, you have to enable the app first. But once you do that, you just press on calendar. And now you're in your calendar. You will go up to this hamburger, some people call it, but basically these three lines in the top left. And when you click on that, it's going to ask you which kind of calendar are you going to add. So, of course, we're going to add a Google Calendar because we're going to add the Organizing for Change calendar. And when you do that, you can see it's authenticating up here at the top. When you're first setting up the calendar, we need to probably take just a minute to look at what you can do on this top left. When you press there, you'll see the account that you're using. You'll see that you can erase the current page. You can erase handwriting from all pages. You can do your day of the week. So you can have a Sunday or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day of the week you want the week to start. That's completely up to you and customizable, and it'll alter it accordingly. And then you can have auto sync. And then from here, all of these other functions I've covered in another video, and you can see that on the card above. Now our calendar is synced. So what I can do really quickly is I will go ahead and enter an event in my calendar on the screen. Now, one thing to remember is that you do have to manually sync this device. It says there's an auto sync feature if you click over here, and it says auto sync is on. I have yet to see it actually auto sync, so I'm not sure what the reason for that is. But when I go back, I can hit sync, and now you will see in just a minute. Okay, so there is maybe a little glitch here with the A6X2. So usually when you have an event, you will see a little dot right here on the calendar, like right in the middle, saying that there's an event here. Very similar to how you see with Google if you're in the monthly view. You'll be able to see that. And it looks like, see, it is here, if you can see it there in the weekly view, but it looks like the monthly view, it is not there. So there must be some kind of a glitch, and I think I've seen something on Reddit about that. But that aside, if you press on the date, now our test event is there. Now from here, I can go ahead and I can edit that event right away, or I can press on test and I can see a little bit more information and edit it from there or delete it. That's where you would actually have to delete. Here you can edit, you can press here to get more information and to see all of the events in one moment. And then if you want to go in, and you can maybe add details. Maybe you didn't add any details to it in the event yet, but you can make those changes. So you can change it to all day if you'd like. You can take it back off of all day. You can add a description. Test meeting. And then you can hit OK. And when you hit OK and hit that sync button again, once it says sync successful, on the event back in the Google Calendar, whatever you added will show back up. Now let's say I want to add some more text from here, and I put no, really a test, and hit save again. Sync one more time. Sync successful. Open it up. And you can see right there it says no, really a test. So it's really a good functional way, and it was very quick to do to make that connection. So I just wanted to show the functionality of how to set it up. It was very quick, very seamless. I do really hope that soon they get the ability to add more than one calendar. I think that would really make this kind of the best system out there for a truly integrated tablet experience if you're not using the native Microsoft or Google apps. And it makes it a very minimalist way to do this. And of course, you know, having the functionality to write on this would make it even more fabulous, but we haven't got to the daily view being written on yet. But yeah, there you have it.